Hello everyone. So today I'll be explaining how to find the greatest of two numbers using Python. The idea is simple. We are given two numbers and we need to figure out which one is greatest. So let us go step by step. So first of all, as you can see, I have two variables, number 1 and number 2, which contains the two number, and the user will be able to give the input to these numbers. Okay. Then you can see we have used int to convert the input values into integers because we need to compare them later and we cannot compare the strings. Okay, now let's go one by one. So we'll use if number 1 is greater than number 2, we can say that number 1 is greater, right? If number 2 is greater than number 1, we can say that number 2 is greater. Okay, else, now what can be the third case? The third case can be that both the numbers are equal. So what we can do is we can write number 1 and number 2 are equal. So this concludes. First we check if number 1 is greater than number 2 using the condition. Okay, and if this condition is true, this will be printed, and if number 1 is not greater, we will check the second condition, which is in elif, that number 2 is greater than number 1. If it is true, this condition will become true and this statement will be printed. Now if these both conditions are false, then the else statement will automatically run and it will give us that both are equal, right? So we'll run it. We'll type the first number as 3, second number is 1. We know that 3 is greater. Okay, so if we give a number which is equal, like 3 and 3, we have found that 3 and 3 are equal. So to summarize, we ask the user for two numbers and then we use if else structure to check which number is greater or if they are equal, and then we print the result accordingly. So that is it. This is how you can find the greatest of the two numbers in Python. Hope this was very easy to understand. Also, I would like to add that you can change the formatting of print statement according to your liking. Okay, here I have used it very simply, but you can also change it, and I would also recommend to name the variables very carefully because sometimes later on when you go through your code after 2-3 days, you forget that what does that variable stand for, right? So it is a good practice to give your variable names the name which makes sense to you. Okay, so thank you for listening. Bye bye.